Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Day 86 of Daddy in Dubai. And it's Tuesday, the 5th of May. And the 5th of May is also my daddy's birthday. So as we do your daddy in Dubai, sunshine, it's actually your granddaddy's birthday. And you may be wondering, where's day 85? Well, day 85 was yesterday. And just to summarize day 85, was a day and a day that I will never forget for the rest of my life because I met an artist who did an experience. His name is Johnny Dar. So Johnny Dar, he's almost like a scientist. He is a scientist, to be honest with you. He's an artist and a scientist. And I went to see him yesterday and saw his art. And then I saw what else he's created. And I don't think you've seen the movie called The Matrix yet. And I'd love to watch this with you actually when you're older. Um, but yeah, it felt like went into the Matrix and I got unplugged. And when you unplug from reality, that's what happened yesterday. And that was day 85. So the title of this will be Day 85 and Day 86. But also after I got unplugged from the Matrix and I got introduced to a super coffee that has quantum energy. It's been filtered with quantum energy for 72 hours and it turned into like a magic coffee, which I had and it was magical. And then after that, I went to another event called Bitcoin Mondays at the Scandal. I then went to the Scandal and met some people that I really wanted to meet and met some new people and discovered a new bar called Miss Lily's, which felt like I was in Jamaica. Did that, and that was phenomenal. And that was day 85 of Daddy in Dubai. But today is day 86, and it is the day that I celebrate my daddy because it's 75 years since he's been here. And just as a reminder, if you don't already know, 60 years ago this year, your great granddaddy sent your granddad, my dad, at the age of 14, by himself on an aeroplane from Africa, Nairobi, Kenya, to England in 1966, where he was faced with 12 hours of snow, sorry, 12 inches of snow. And just to put that into perspective, if you have a child right now, would you send your child on an aeroplane to another country and say, look, son, I've got no money to give you, but um, you're going to make it? So my granddad, your great granddad, sent Dada, my dad, your granddad, to England on an aeroplane and said, go and see my friend Ismail Kaka. And my dad arrived in the UK, stayed with his mama for 2 weeks, then made it to Preston and stayed in Preston with his daddy's friend, got a job, went to school and made enough money for his dad to come over. And thankfully, your great granddad bet on your granddad, my dad, to deliver. And to this day, I can safely say I'm super proud of what my father has achieved. He's a brother, a son, a husband, a father, a community leader, a youth leader, and I call him above all a servant leader. And what is a servant leader? Somebody who serves, right? My dad, your granddad, has focused on serving the community more so than anything else. And it takes a special someone to do that, right? So thank you, Dad, for being such a legend. And, most people don't celebrate legends until they're gone. Well, I want you to know he's alive and kicking right now. And if you know my dad, give him a big up and thank him. And in fact, there was a story, I don't know if you remember, Jaden, where I took you to see Uncle Ronnie to thank Uncle Ronnie for being the legend that he is to his daddy. And he turned around and said, Jaden, when I need inspiration, do you know what I go through? And if you don't remember, he said, I go to your granddad. So my father has been a someone that everybody looks up to in the community. Whenever they need help, they come to my dad, and that's who he is. I can safely say over the years, I haven't been the ideal son, but I know after the age of 26, when I realized who he was, how he was, and what role I play in the world, that I said sorry. And ever since then, he's been my best mate. And look, 49 was my hardest year. And the one constant person that was there all the time, obviously my mom as well, but my dad was my best mate, right? So I really want to acknowledge him on day 86 of Daddy in Dubai. Now, based on what happened yesterday, it explains why I am where I am. So take a good look around because this could be my new home. If you watch the movie Avatar, this place is called Awa, which is the tree of life. It's a remarkable building that's still in construction. But I had the pleasure of connecting with the founder of this company on April the 14th, and they invited me to come and have a look. And I said I'm going to record another episode, and they said, "Well, you might as well record it here, right?" I mentioned the other day, um, do something today that your future self will be proud of. Well, on Saturday, I did thank my old self for doing what he did in nearly 20 years ago, right? How many of you right now, if you're not my son, have done something that 20 years later you're proud of? Amazing. So right now I'm just enjoying some peace. I don't know if you can tell. I'm extremely composed. I'm extremely present, and I'm extremely comfortable within myself. So what I will say to you, son, dream big and don't let anybody tell you how big you can dream, what you can dream. You know why? It's none of their business. I'm telling you, as your daddy, dream as big as you want, son. And if you can hold the image of what it is you want, you can have it. So I don't know how old you are when you're watching this. You might be 10. You might be 12. Who knows? You might even be 20. But know this. I think of you every day. I record a message for you every day. And I tell you that I love you to the moon and back every day. This is your digital daddy on day 86. Daddy, hashtag daddy in Dubai. See you in the future.